Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Spoilers for the upcoming week of October 14th, 2024 on Days of Our Lives are available. Fans can anticipate JJ Devereaux's comeback next week. In Paris, Holly Jonas confronts Abigail DiMera, Annalyn McCord. Fiona Cook makes another attempt to get rid of Sarah Horton Kyriakis. Sophia Choi and Ava Vitali also form a bond. Discover what will happen in the Peacock soap opera next week by continuing to read. The spoilers for Monday, October 14th's episode of Days of Our Lives indicate that Holly Jonas will encounter the imposter Abigail in Paris. As fans listened in, Holly heard Abigail speaking with Mark Green on the phone. Holly will then question Abigail. Steve Johnson, meantime, is determined to show that Abigail is tricking everyone. Regarding Sarah's potential course of therapy, Xander Cook Kyriakis informs Maggie Horton Kyriakis. When Sarah remembers the night of the accident, Fiona attacks. In addition, Brady Black and Eric Brady collaborated. Spoilers for Tuesday, October 15th, on DOOL. Fans should anticipate that once Fiona finishes with Sarah on Tuesday, October 15th, she will speak with Xander. In a preview video that airs every week, Fiona tries to shove Sarah down the stairs while she struggles. Brady will also praise Eric for keeping him out of jail in Tuesday's show. Johnny DiMera gets ready to address Chanel Dupree DiMera about her lack of treachery. In the meantime, Abigail Klein's Stephanie Johnson and Alex Kyriakis are adamant about sticking together as friends. Spoilers for Wednesday, October 16th's episode of Days of Our Lives, Abigail DiMera struggles. The Wednesday, October 16th spoilers for Days of Our Lives indicate that Abigail will soon wed Chad DiMera. Abigail feels bad for tricking Chad, even though she knows she has to help her mother. They have remorse about Alex and Stephanie. Meanwhile, Chanel becomes suspicious of Johnny's demeanor. Spoilers for Wednesday, October 17th, for DOOL. Fans may look forward to JJ's return to Salem on Wednesday, October 17th. JJ is returning to perform the marriage ceremony for Chad and Abigail. Brady and Fiona eventually have an open conversation. Sophia steps in to save the day while Tate is in danger. Moreover, EJ DiMera is under pressure from Xander and Sarah to free Brady. Days in Our Lives warning, Friday, October 18th, motivation from Ava Vitali. Tate receives permission from Aaron Green to date Sophia on Friday, October 18th. Ava encourages Sophia in the interim. Things go wrong at the Chabby wedding reception. JJ and Holly also swap notes regarding Abigail. According to teasers for Days of Our Lives, Mark Green will set aside his hesitations and embark on a deadly mission to Paris. Since Clyde Weston has a history of keeping his word, Mark is aware that his mother may die if he doesn't kill Chad DiMera. Although previews for Days suggest Mark isn't cut out to be a hitman, he will undoubtedly feel trapped. Mark's primary concern will be freeing his mother from captivity and reconnecting her with his younger brothers, Aaron and Felicity Green. But Abigail DiMera is going to have a serious issue with Mark's surprising plot. Like Mark, Abigail probably thought that after the wedding, she would just empty Chad's bank accounts. Abby didn't anticipate being a widow, especially not at the nuptial celebration. However, Days spoilers claim that Mark will ruin the celebrations as soon as Abigail and Chad make it official, since Clyde wants the job done as soon as possible. You may be sure that as Mark brandishes his weapon, Abby will be appalled and attempt to reason with him. Abigail will gently remind Mark that this isn't his true nature, but he might be too preoccupied with keeping their mother alive to pay attention. Mark may argue that he cannot bear to witness Felicity weep in her room or hear Aaron express how much he wishes their mother was still alive. According to teasers for Days, Abigail will finally dive in front of her new husband, but Mark will be determined to remove Chad from the map. This is the point at which Abigail's true emotions start to surface and a heroic moment occurs. Will Mark accidentally hit Abigail by pressing the trigger too soon? If so, Abigail, who is hurt, might be sent to the hospital right away while Chad tries to make sense of everything. This may be DOL's goal if Abigail is able to save Chad's life, as that would lessen the impact of her deceit. In any case, spoilers for Days of Our Lives indicate that Abigail and Chad's wedding reception will go disastrously wrong, so stay tuned for more updates on all the crazy stuff that's coming up as well as more predictions about potential injuries. Though there may still be some surprises in store for us on Days of Our Lives, it's clear that Abigail isn't really Abigail unless there's a major fake-out or shock. You understand why I used quotations. But she's deceived poor Chad so much that she persuaded him to get married again as they were traveling to Paris for her miraculous memory restoration. We would want to think that Chad should have known better than to accept, but hope and loss can make us miss even the most obvious warning signs. You may be confident that the wedding will take place next week, even though it might not go as planned thanks to spoilers. The problem is that Clyde's unwilling accomplices are both feeling ripped apart by what he's forcing them to do, and to make matters more difficult, Abigail appears to be really attracted to Chad. Could he finally find it in his heart to be compassionate and forgiving when the truth is revealed, opening the door to something genuine? While Chad pours champagne in the Paris flat, he smiles and pretends to be Abigail. Billy Flynn admitted to Soaps.com during his anniversary interview that his divorce from his late wife remains a barrier, regardless of the circumstances. He said, "It will depend on the kind of story we have. The audience and we are the same. The audience won't enjoy it either if it's not expressed in the literature or if we don't think it, feel it, or whatever. If a love tale is written for us with Annalyn McCord, I believe it will be different. That makes sense because each relationship is unique in terms of its dynamics and tone," but Flynn went on, "If it's not Abigail, I wouldn't be serving the story or the truth of the characters or their love story if I forgot about Abigail. It will never be the same as it was for me with Chad and Abigail, even if I continue to play Chad. It simply won't. It cannot be played that way. It might come in just behind. They can have chemistry, have fun, and create something unique, in my opinion. It's another story entirely whether or not the supporters embrace it. However, as Flynn pointed out, that can depend on how much the performers embrace it. And that might be difficult to sell even without the baggage and treachery that come with faux Abigail. Days Chad, Abigail, Abby, and JJ kiss. I'll be 40 next year, the actor playing Chad said, and it's like if you lose your wife and your children's mother when you're 40, the person you meet next isn't going to be the same. We suppose that the only way to avoid that is to actually bring Abigail back. When you can win back Chad's one and only true love permanently, why settle for number 2? There is always room for dreams. Although previews for Days suggest Mark isn't cut out to be a hitman, he will undoubtedly feel trapped. Mark's primary concern will be freeing his mother from captivity and reconnecting her with his younger brothers, Aaron and Felicity Green. But Abigail DiMera is going to have a serious issue with Mark's surprising plot. Like Mark, Abigail probably thought that after the wedding, she would just empty Chad's bank accounts. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.